Alright, today we got a nice little stack of comics. Not too many, but I was supposed to keep my feet up for a couple days because I had my feet injected yesterday, so I'm going to get a bunch of reading done. I got some stacks I want to go through and reorganize, all set up to go there. Figure I'll get those done. Well, actually, that's all eBay, but starting to make a pile of comics I'm going to get put on eBay, or I was thinking about maybe doing a Facebook auction. We'll see. Uh, Within the next few weeks, but keep an eye out. I'll post something ahead of time if I do it, because I'm trying to play with different platforms to see if I can get a recording platform to record more than one person together without having to pay for another Zoom account. So, all right, let's get this going. We got Archie and Friends Blockbuster Movies. I was really excited for this one because it had the Kill Bill, the Rambo, the Ghostbusters on the cover, little trick or treat character back there, part of the characters, part of the Ghostbusters one. All excited, hoping those stories would be in there. Nope. We had the first introduction to Pool Noodle, the Deadpool character, and we had a Wizard of Oz storyline in here. I was really hoping for those other three also, but Archie's summer movie fantasies get out of control in this brand new story. You've heard of Deadpool? Well, get ready for Pool Noodle, a character whose first appearance may be his last. Archie and the gang poke fun at every movie you can shake a stick or sword at, but no blood in this issue, unless it's a paper cut. And yeah, we get the Pool Noodle character coming in, bringing a bunch of characters from other things into their world and crossing everything over. I don't get where they're saying all these other movies and stuff. I mean, I do get TV show characters, other comic book characters, but I don't see all these parodies that they're talking about. And then we get There's No Place Like Riverdale instead of There's No Place Like Home. The Wizard of Oz story, which was fun with Betty. Uh, and that took up the rest of the book. The Pool Noodle, very short, like 3-4 pages. And then the rest of the book is all Wizard of Oz, which is not my cup of tea. I would have so much rather had one of those other three storylines be the main story. But nope. For some reason, people like to put shit on covers that has nothing to do with the comic book. And every time I think that a cover's representing the comic, I get screwed in the long run. But yeah, I it was a fun, enjoyable Archie book again. But I really hope this Pool Noodle character gets more highlights in the near future because I would like to read more about him at least. And then we got Beware the Witch's Shadow, Fangs for the Memories. I keep getting the dang glare because I got my thing set up weird because I got to put my feet up. So my recliner's in the way of my table. But I got James Cahora, Piaz Calzada, Alex Panchetta, Horatio Dominguez, Alexander Banishita, Gerardo Cambone, J.C. Spence, Horatio Dominguez. And this shows 4 stories? Oh, one's for the transition pages where we get our Crypt Keeper lady who a guy ticks off right away in the beginning. So she gives him a free cruise, and the cruise just so happens to be him running a cruise ship with this witch lady that has the staff that controls all the workers who are all zombies. And she promised him that everything would go fine. The zombies are dumb, of course. They have no brains. And they sit there and have to deal with customers that are uppity rich girls and stuff like that treat the zombies like crap, and you can just imagine what happens in the end. The little twists and turns, the little paybacks that happen along the way. The second story was my favorite. We got Cryptid Football, where they cross over cryptids with the regular players. And of course, if you don't know about me, and you can see it kind of on my chair every now and then, the Redskin blanket behind me. But I've been a Washington Redskin fan my whole life. Uh, now it's the stupid Commanders. They're thinking about changing the name again. Who knows? Call them the Pigskins. The fans dress up as pigs anyways. And it's like, just go with the Washington Pigskins. That way you still get the skins mentioned in there. And you also got the pigs for the fans that dress as the pigs. I don't see why that would be a problem. I think that's the perfect name to go with. But I don't know what they're thinking about going with next. But they are thinking again about changing. But because of all the crap with Washington, the Redskins, and the name change, everything else, they pick on Washington in here. And Washington happens to have Bigfoot as their cryptid player, and the other team they're playing against, I forget who they're playing against. I don't even know if it mentions it. They have the New Jersey Devil as their their cryptid player, and the coaches and players treat the cryptids like crap. So you can imagine cryptids get their own little payback in the end. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then final story is about a kid who gets a weird doll thing for Christmas, puts it in his closet. He keeps hearing noises in his closet, tells his dad. His dad's a real dick to the kid, and so something comes out of the closet and goes and visits the dad. And you can imagine what happens. And there is a little short story in the end of it with some drawings from the kid, but I don't want to give that away because they'll ruin it. Yeah, really fun. This is probably one of my favorite ones that they've done so far of the Beware the Witch's Shadow. I just can't remember because all these books that I've been ordering from American Mythology Productions have been put on hold. They've been coming out way further out than they were supposed to. I don't even remember when I ordered this one. I want to say this was probably like 6 months off target or whatever, and one that I keep complaining about, Fright Night, advertising its final issue. It's taken like, I don't know, 2-3 years for Fright Night to come out with 5 issues. I think it is. And it's like everything I keep ordering from them ends up, I'll keep forgetting what I read because each issue takes so long to come out. It's like, well, what the heck's going on here? I don't understand. Then we got Havok and Wolverine Meldown, number 1 through 4. This is kind of like a 80s Cold War era style story. Got Walter Simonson and Louise Simonson. And then John J. Muth is the artist for Meltdown, and Kent Williams did the artwork for Wolverine. So it's an interesting combination of artworks throughout this book. But it's more of that painted style, which I'm not big on. And it does get a little sloppier in the later issues, but you are dealing with scientists talking about all these things with Chernobyl, and they're playing it out that the scientists were doing these experiments, and that's what really caused Chernobyl, and then they're sitting there and trying to collect Havok as a character because of his special abilities, and it just gets into a mind trip game where they're playing with Havok's mind and they think they killed Wolverine, but of course Wolverine's healing factor. But yet I'm always curious. I don't know overall. I mean, when you had Bone Wolverine, he had the. See, this is the kind of artwork part, the drawing things. It's like this guy he's a scientist, just looks so goonish, so goofy. Those arms look like they're, and I guess that's the clothes that separates the arm. But it just looks. I don't like that style of artwork. It just never thrilled me. I mean, it's like I don't know what the hell. It's like that's supposed to be Wolverine sitting in like a coffin. Has some weird thing on his head. I mean, it's just very, very goofy to me. When you look at the claws and the bones and how they lay him out, one's all bent and crooked to the side, and I don't know. I'm not overly thrilled with that. The weird spiked hair that they gave him, and it's just didn't really grab me as far as artwork wise. The story's a good story if you're into the '80s Cold War stuff. I was when I was younger. I would have loved this book when I was younger, but it just this style artwork just pulls me away from the books and the storyline. I mean, I found multiple mistakes in the writing in here, which I know I'm really annoying that way. But I should have wrote them down. I know one was like 2-3 pages in, and it's like when the writing is off and you're going, it's flowing nicely through my brain, and then I hit a spot where a sentence or two don't make any sense. My brain just goes into lockdown and just focuses on that for a while, trying to figure out the way it should have been written. It's like it just drives me nuts. I don't understand these editors. I mean, you're reading a 20-page book and you can't do your editing job in it and fix those little issues. But yeah, that always drove me nuts. Then their final one is Vampirella Dark Reflections. Of course, I bought issue one because this is just a beautiful Jenny Frieson cover. I love the pink skull, how it pops out. I really want to get my little backlight area set up so I can see if her artwork does pop like I think it might in the blacklight setting. But this is alright. We got this new Vampirella that goes out on a mission, gets her license to basically travel around the world and fix things, as all these other Vampirellas will be doing. Uh, so far, it hasn't got too weird as the last few runs have gotten, but yet her brother's dead. His mind is transformed into her new ship, her new battleship. She'll be working with her brother, who is her ship now. We got these different Vampirellas in there. Octopus, Cthulhu Vampirella and stuff like that. So it could be interesting, and seeing a ton of different Vampirellas in a space cop style mode. I'm hoping that's where it's going. I hope it doesn't get into the weird stuff that the last couple of issues got into with her falling in love with her son and all that stuff. It just, I don't know, it just threw me for a loop. I didn't care for those storylines. I hate when she goes back to those, when they go back to those style storylines, but I like the Vampirella that just goes around as a badass, kicking the shit out of monsters, straightening out worlds, helping people out. That's the Vampirella I want. And you can have the little fornicating brother lover, sister lover, uh, child lover type storylines. Those I don't need, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. So keep falling under the color of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will get back to you with more of these soon. Check out Crimson Color Comic Club and Under the Color of MS, and we'll just keep putting out the goodness if you keep watching it. All right, take care.